We're back. That's Law, the podcast.
Yeah.
We had a little slight interruption, but we here. We here. Man, 3 weeks in a row. Starting to feel a little normal now.
Yeah.
I was actually playing the podcast for my dad yesterday. He was like, man, y'all just sound like y'all just having conversation. I mean, it's pretty much what it is. I mean, we're just talking, just talking about life, relationships, business, politics, and all the crazy things that happen to us in our lives that we have to deal with whether we want to or not. That's what we doing. I'm your boy, Will, the underdog Richardson.
LaTanya.
April.
Hey, can we hear her? Try it now. Can we?
April.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There you go. Drum roll. April.
April.
AKA Mother Goose and Mother Teresa and April Richardson. So yeah.
Okay.
A lot of names. That's a lot of names. This is an interesting topic. I guess we can just jump right in.
Go on, do it.
Today we ended off last week talking about age differences when you're dating, and how old is too old or too young, and how old would it be for you if you were single, and things like that, and then what comes with that,
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people, there was a lot of insight at the end of the show about why people that are older date younger or vice versa.
Right.
And I think that we said it was a double standard,
Oh, definitely.
because if you see an older gentleman with a younger girl, it's pretty fly, right?
Right.
But then if you see an older woman with a younger man, it's kind of like she robbing the crowd.
Well, the first thing that people think is, oh, she taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now he taking care of her.
He taking care of her.
Okay. I wish we had the boom sound.
The little bomb sound, you got the bomb on him. Boom.
Ah. So, yeah.
This man here walking in front of the
camera
camera.
and everything.
It made the whole thing.
We
He
got-
just came right through.
We got our brother here for the first time. We've been begging this man to get here. One thing about Derek is Derek cannot sit still
He cannot.
for 5 minutes.
Nope.
And I watched him yesterday, him and my dad. They both have that syndrome. I don't know what that is. My dad sat down and got up about 10 times within 30 minutes.
Yep.
He would sit down for about a minute and a half. Like, I got to go in here and get this to your mama.
Yep.
Then he'd sit back down again. Oh, I got to get this right here to the reels. And I watched him and Derek do that the whole time we was talking.
man. Oh,
we talked for about 2 seconds. 'Cause the rest of the time, they were up and down moving. I said, man, can't be still. So anyway, we were talking about, before Derek just crashed in front of the camera.
I know, right? We wanted to be
He
seen.
wanted to be seen. He gonna
It's
have your
all
time. He
good,
gonna have your
man.
time to get on the show, man.
Munchie, munchie, munchie.
Munchie.
So when an older man dates a younger woman, like why does it bother women so much to see that young woman living a good life?
See, I wouldn't say bother. We gonna go back. I think when older men date younger women, they want that fire. Like they want to be active. They want somebody they can take care of. They want somebody to take care of them. They don't want to spend a lot of money. We talked about that. It's cheaper to date somebody that's younger because they don't require a lot, right, April?
Yeah.
I can pay that $300 light bill, but then homegirl over here 45 with a whole house.
Right.
I ain't finna pay 10 grand for your roof.
Right.
Right.
But I go over here and spend this money. I'm gonna have the same. I'm gonna have a good time still.
Right.
The younger woman is naive.
She's more open.
She doesn't ask a lot of questions. She doesn't ask the right questions.
Right. She don't care.
Win-win. Well, I ain't got to try hard.
She shouldn't be asking questions.
See?
She don't.
I mean, not in the sense of control, but I mean, no, not in control.
You see that?
Not in the sense of control, but more like, hey, she's getting everything she wants. So why would you ask questions about, where you at? Because it's just a good time, right? It's just a good time. Like, like for instance, we know somebody that's in our family.
Yes.
That's an older gentleman.
Yes.
And he dates younger women. And he gets caught up in the fact of trying to control and find out where they at, what they doing, why you want to go out with your friends and all that. And that's not part of the contract. You're an older gentleman.
Yeah. That's the flip side of
You
it.
having fun. She giving you what you want. That's the end of the That's the end of the contract.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing with older men that's dating younger women. That a woman, she's not gonna ask those questions. Look, he gave me $300 to put in my pocket. He got my hair done. He got my nails done. He paying my car note. I don't need to know what he do for a living. I don't need to know.
What? Now, come
Why,
on. now.
I mean, but why would she? But why would she get in
What
this
age
business?
are you talking, though?
Yeah, what age?
I think like what somebody told me at the speakeasy, they said that from a Muslim perspective, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments later on YouTube.
Okay.
But he said you take your age and divide that by 2 and then add 7 to it, and that should be the ideal woman for your age. So I'm 46. You take that in half, that's 23.
So a 30-year-old woman.
30-year-old woman is
Well, she gonna ask questions now.
Yeah.
You gotta get that a benefit of
ain't
the
gonna ask
doubt.
no question to me. I'm just playing around.
Man, you about crazy as a dog.
That 30-year-old
You don't ask me nothing.
She gonna ask you some questions.
Hey, man, she gonna ask questions.
Yeah.
At 30,
Yeah.
man, the average 30-year-old, they ready to go and get married and start having children.
Right.
But if she dating an older gen, I'm talking about, okay,
She
so.
okay with that.
So
She's
if
okay with
so
that.
if
She okay with that.
So if she's 30 and let's say dude is like 60, 65.
60, 65
Yeah.
with a 30-year-old?
Yeah. Just look.
I know a 60-some-year-old that will date younger than 30, believes that it's real, believes that it's a whole vibe, a situation. It's nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But he do it over and over and over again. He's like, I know the outcome in the end, but right now
he having a good time.
I'm having a good time.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Or
That-
is it about the quality of that 30-year-old, 25-year-old? He doesn't want anyone as successful or someone that can produce even more. He's looking for, quote unquote, men say it all the time, bottom of the barrel, low hanging fruit. It's easy. It doesn't require a whole lot for me to reach out to her. I can just take her and go buy her a Champale or buy her.
Champale.
Yeah, remember the Champales?
I do, but that's
Okay.
been a long time. You're showing your age now. Do they even sell Champale still?
I don't know.
Derry drink them. Don't you drink them?
Darren probably wish he had a mic right now. What?
The Champale dry.
Champale, man.
I like the golden Champale. It's a little bit sweeter, man. You know what I'm saying? You put a little ice on it.
But they don't know. They
why-
hadn't been exposed.
No.
It's easier. It doesn't present a challenge. So
Right.
I guess if that's what you like, that's what a lot of older men go for. We see it at the speakeasy all the time. All the time.
What?
Older men on younger ladies.
Yeah.
Well,
be
but-
smiling. They be so happy.
They do.
Well, they know it's just a good time. It's just temporary. That's why I said that's why you can't ask the questions. There needs to be
On either side.
On either
The man,
side.
yeah,
On
neither-
either
yeah,
side.
But what about
exactly.
the older men that do believe that it's real?
they in denial.
exists.
Yeah, but they in denial though. They in denial. It's not real. You mean to tell me you think unless you like Johnny Carson or Bill Cosby or something like that, maybe that woman would be loyal to you. But we talking about just average dudes that's 65, 60 years old that's dating a 30-year-old. He has to know in the back of his mind, he can't be thinking that he's that player, that this woman is dedicated solely to him. Solely to him.
We see it all the time.
The older you get, I think you get wiser, but your pimping.
Man, you ever heard
but
of an old fool?
Oh, it's old
Right,
fools out
right,
here.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think the pimping water's down at that point. You don't have that same control like you did when you was 40, 45. where
You
could
might not
tell-
have that same thing for people in your age bracket,
Right.
but you got that with them young
With the young
years.
girls, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why they do that.
They having a good time, and then when they get tired of you, they just gonna ghost your ass anyway. So it
Right.
really don't matter.
Exactly.
Just yesterday, we were out. We went to SOB, and I went to the ladies' room, and so I'm in the ladies' room, and it's 2 other young women in there. Now, I already saw when they came in the restaurant, they were with 2 older men, gray hair, bald head. I told April, don't look behind us. but look behind us. This what's going on. So by the time I went to the bathroom, they're in there. They like, yeah, you know, we just gonna have a good time, man. We finna get it. We finna get it. The whole show.
Show is.
Went right back out there. Was smiling and laughing, but in the bathroom, they had a whole conversation about
they hyping themselves up.
Yeah,
They got two
oh,
marks.
we got one life to live, man. We gonna go and burn them up.
Yeah.
We on our way.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the guys were smart. I observed they bought them the little, you know, fruity little drinks, little they was up there just
Strawberry
smiling.
daiquiris.
It was like a date, like a double date. It was a double date, but they was like 50-ish. And the young ladies had to be in there.
I say about middle 20s.
Yeah,
Ooh.
mid to late, young. Men in skirts on, man. They had the whole show bang.
Yes.
They got them one drink and an appetizer. They was out that thing. They was out that thing. And you know what? I thought about my good friend from last week. I don't have to try hard. I don't have to try hard.
Derek said, where were y'all at? 'Cause he finna go over there.
SOB. South Main, man. Yesterday, man. Son was out, man. They was out. They was out, man. But they had that conversation in the bathroom. Like, hey, man, we came to do it.
Yep.
One girl was a little bit like, you know, I don't know. She was like, girl, we got one life to live. You got... See, it's always that one. She just got whole tendencies.
That's it. She's, I'm okay with
That's that one friend.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with
The
it.
thing that y'all didn't see was the guys when they went in the bathroom. They were like,
They probably-
"Oh, man, boy, bring me back, boy. It make me feel young again." You know what I'm saying?
But you know
so
what?
both playing on each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
but on the flip side of that, what about, because I've seen this as well, you have older, successful women with younger men
Right.
that are actually married.
So hold on. Say what now?
Who's married? The older lady?
The
or?
older lady is married to the younger man.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
She get the looks.
She gets the D.
She get
the D.
Ooh. But she gets the strange looks like, oh, is that her son? I wonder, you know. No.
No.
now my son don't do this.
Yeah.
I don't cradle him. He cradle me. He rocked me to sleep.
But that's that double standard where women are looked at, we're side-eyed whenever we date younger.
Let me ask
But
you a
for
question.
men, it's kind of like, oh, it's the
Good
norm.
job.
He got him, man, you got you a bad one.
Yep.
You got you a bad, man, you did it.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question.
Older woman coming there with him, man, what's she doing,
Doing with that little
What's
boy.
she doing with that boy, man? That's a boy.
Oh, you know what she doing with him?
Now, what-
I think a lot of
What he doing with her? What he doing with her?
what she do to me. What
Give me
she do
one.
to me.
Put me in, coach.
I'm telling you, what you in,
Put me in,
sis?
coach.
So, April, you're single.
Shoot.
Would you date younger?
I sure would. Not seriously, but I would go out and have some fun with it.
What's the youngest you would date?
I'm 43. I probably would go 28-ish.
15 years down.
For just a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Give
just
me what
'cause-
it is.
28.
We wouldn't do it here. I'm taking them out of town.
Oh, you gonna keep him out in? You gonna keep him in high?
Or you gonna fly him out? Fly him out.
Meet me there.
What about you, Tanya? If you were single, what's the youngest you would date?
I don't even, hey, we got a lot of people watching us.
I want to see what the hell you gonna say.
No. You know, I think that the youngest that I would probably do would be 30.
30.
Okay.
Okay, you
Probably
40.
30. I wouldn't do, and I'm gonna tell you the only reason why. I'm gonna tell
40.
you the only reason why. I got a son, 25. Man, I can't.
So
That's
you
my
wouldn't-
problem,
So
too.
you wouldn't have that August Alsina syndrome?
Oh no.
You got.
I just at this stage
Big
in my
trait.
life, if I was single, no. But I had a talk with my son. We had lunch, and he said, "The girl that I'm talking to now, she's 32." I find that I enjoy talking to older women. I say, "Is the older women is the fact that she got her own house,
Because it could be both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
right?"
Both
but
of them.
Trey is mature for his
He
age.
is.
So
He
I
is.
can
He's
see
like
him.
an old soul,
yeah.
man.
I can see
He's
him with
always
older.
dated
Yeah.
somebody a year or two
Shout out to
older.
good parenting.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? Good parenting. You know what I'm saying?
You got that
Show
good
the-
parenting,
show
man. He
the
listen
young
to
man
you.
some things, man. Show the young boy some things.
Man, that's crazy.
Go ahead and get you a woman with a house.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? I don't know, man.
She got a
I don't
car?
know how to feel about
She
that.
got a car?
She got a car.
That's two.
That's good.
Got a house, got a car. She got a job.
Yeah, actually, she was in the military.
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess she was discharged because she had migraines or something, so she couldn't continue.
Oh, okay.
And then now she works for the family business, and they work in medical and
yeah.
medical
She
background
entrepreneur.
supplies. Yeah,
Big
So
Trader,
she
Big
ju-
Trader hit a goal.
Oh
man.
man, Big Trade. She's not from Memphis.
We got our own
She's
money.
from Louisiana.
Got our own. Oh, she's from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And she gonna put.
That's why that. That's why that man.
Everybody gotta be saying my son gonna get the roots put
Hey,
on
look,
him.
that's
Hey,
why that man ain't came home.
man.
That's why he ain't came home. He can't even find his way home now.
I said, man, do you ever come to
She
the
did,
house?
boy, she put that little monkey paw across his back. Roll that joke while he was asleep. That man ain't been back home yet.
She burned that sage all through the house.
Man, I'm telling you.
Getting him in
I'm
there.
telling you, she has no children.
Man,
Awesome.
Man,
I said, where'd you meet her?
I'm telling you, man. Where did he meet her at?
Damn, happy Mexican.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Happy Mexican. She was just in there eating
That's two for you,
in
Derek.
there eating a
SOB
taco.
and Happy Mexican.
In there eating a taco and had done came up on a whole woman.
That's why they call it Happy Mexican.
Happy Mexican, man. I'm telling you.
Put that hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
I'm
telling you.
I ain't seen her though. I haven't met her.
You hadn't met her yet.
Hadn't met her. Well, you know
Because
better.
You ain't gonna meet her.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, he ain't gonna do that.
Nah, she put that root on your ass. And you
Ain't no root on me, man.
I brought you some gumbo over here.
I'm rebuking all that. I'm rebuking all that.
Got Big Trail to
I'm
eat.
a rebuker and put an elbow on her head.
Got Big Trail eating crawfish with the shell on.
I know, right?
He ain't even peeling them. He just eating them whole.
Not my baby boy.
Not my baby. Got him over there sucking his thumb.
Okay.
I'll tell you, man.
You got to be careful with that too. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that a lot of young guys date these older women.
They don't play.
The women, man, turn them out.
They don't play.
Turn them out.
I'm telling you, man.
Man, had you around this joint mad. You don't talk about her like that. You don't know her like that. Why you bucking up at me, bro? What she done did to you?
Man.
Some things.
She put that Joe Momo on him.
That's what.
That's
So-
stupid, man.
Let's see. If I were single, the youngest that I would date, honestly, I think about maybe 40. 40.
You didn't look confident.
No, I'm just saying. That's the right thing to say. when
40.
you're
Yeah,
married.
that's the right thing. Oh, she's gonna be 40.
See, Tanya went ham. She's like, yeah, I was
30, man. You gonna do it? Gonna do it.
Yeah, if I'ma do
If you
it.
gonna do young, man,
Yeah,
you want
do it.
it. I want all the smoke.
If you're gonna get in
I'll
trouble,
tell you.
don't just do it.
Now, you know, but this is at my age that I'm now.
Mm.
If I'm 67,
Right.
we had that conversation. Oh man, I probably didn't go super young then at that point, cause shit, I'm almost up out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
You ain't almost up out of
Hey,
here
man.
at 67. 67 is the new 50, man.
But what is the average life
Span?
span? Is it 72?
No. Hell
Just
no.
72. 72.
like-
If you make it, and then after that, you can consider
Fact
that
check
to be
that.
a blessing.
Fact check. What's the average U.S. age or the
Somebody check
lifespan?
him.
Somebody check.
Yeah, lifespan.
Is it
for an
72 or
American.
75?
Life expectancy of
It's
a
not 80.
man. I hope not, cause I got a lot of things to do. I'm
Got a
getting,
lot of stuff to do, man.
you said 70. Hell, I'm
It's
almost-
in the 70s.
I got 1 foot in the grave. 76.
Okay.
Awesome. That's
Here we
what's
go.
up.
Here we go.
So if you're 67, you got 9 more years.
You got 9 more years, man, but you got to go ahead and do it up. Now, this ain't got nothing to do if you get dementia and all that.
Right.
Yeah, that's on healthy note. You know what I'm saying?
So if you
You blessed.
if you
At
67,
that point, man, if I don't know, I just don't know. I'm gonna be back at 20. You know what I'm saying? I done already did everything.
Show right.
I'm doing everything. I'll tell you now.
hey, look. To each
Don't
his,
and then tell everybody, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Don't worry. I'm having a good time.
I'm telling
You got
you.
that dude come over there late at night,
Yeah.
2 in the morning.
Man, what? And then after that, you can carry on. See, that's where it get confusing.
Right.
Older guy, I know this from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Where you with? When you coming by? Are you stopping by today? I would love to see you. Can we do this
Too
together?
many questions.
You doing too much.
Yeah.
Older women already know. This little young dude, I already know he doing something else over here.
That's what I was just saying.
I don't care.
That's what I was saying about the women. Men need to know. You gotta know in your heart
That
and in your soul
Right.
that when you drop that lady off on Friday night and she ain't answering her phone, she out with some other dudes.
Right.
You didn't get what you came for.
She'll see you next Friday.
She see you next Friday.
She gonna see you next week.
She gotta pay her rent next week. She gonna
see
be
you
back.
next week.
Her cell phone dude, she gonna be back.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
But don't call her during the week.
Don't you stressing me out.
Yeah, you stressing her out, man. It's already bad enough that she got to go in here and get naked with you.
Naked with you, lay down with you.
I got to
You know-
do all this.
You know how degrading that is for a woman?
I got to do all this work.
She in it. Okay, I'm ready.
In the bathroom, getting yourself together, man. Get it together.
Get together, throwing
Get it
shots.
together. Get it together.
Look, I'll tell you.
She doing coke and
Wait a
everything.
minute now.
Taking shots in the bathroom.
Ever since she got to do a whole line.
A whole turn up. Whole turn up.
Head right. All right, let's get
Get
it.
you crazy.
Hey, look, we'll be right back after this little brief break. As you can see, it's getting crazy. And here we're going to bring in our first guest, Mr. Derek Richardson, a.k.a. Vegan D, a.k.a. Chef Derek from the Guilty Vegan,
Yes.
Vegan Food Truck. All right, y'all stay tuned. We're back with That's Law, the podcast. I'm Will.
Latanya.
April.
And we have got a special guest here today. It was hard. It was
Yes.
hard to get this guy because he's
Yes.
always booked.
Booked and busy. I
booked
love
and
it.
busy all the time.
Yes.
Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Vegan D, Derek Richardson.
Yes. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell us what's going on in your world with the veganism.
Everything's been good. Right now I'm on a break, just chilling, just relaxing, having time to be able to come here and do the podcast and hang out with y'all. So just, thankful.
Thankful.
All right.
All right. So what made you become vegan? Like, what's all the hype? Because you hear people talking about vegan this and vegan that. It's becoming a big thing now.
Yeah.
But you were doing it before it really blew up.
Before there were Beyond Burgers, before there were Impossible Burgers. 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago, I watched a documentary on Netflix called What the Health. And I was on my way to St. Thomas. And I said, I'm going to wait to finish this documentary up because I know there's a lot of different, food and stuff like that over there that I wanted to try, like oxtails and things of that nature. So I said, I'm going to wait till I get back. And when I got back home, I finished the documentary up. And I didn't look back. 6 years later, no dairy, no meat, nothing like that.
So in the beginning, did you like fight or you just went cold turkey?
Went cold turkey. I had visions of running to Taco Bell in the middle of the night barefooted, and getting a Mexican pizza with extra meat, extra cheese, sour cream, everything on there. And over about 30 days, that surpassed. And
Yeah, it became habit then,
became
right?
habit then.
Yeah, okay. So, of course, we talk about relationships, we talk about politics and business.
Okay.
Like, since you're on the show, what would you like to put out there for men and women to think about as it relates to life in general and just in relationships or whatever?
Well, I tell you one thing. If you go vegan, you have more erections throughout the night, and you can last a lot longer.
Wow.
You got better
Vegan
blood flow.
stock just went up.
You got better blood flow.
Vegan.
Folks spitting out chicken
Man,
right
I'm
now
done.
watching the podcast.
Yeah. You got better blood
No
flow.
more
So,
erectile
Done.
dysfunction.
No more erectile dysfunction.
Done.
Say, man.
Relationship gets
Wife
much
snapping
better.
ribs at the husband's
Man.
mouth right now.
Put down that burger and get you one of them beyond.
Impossible Burger Beyond.
So I have a question,
Yeah,
Derek.
sure.
Do you find it difficult to date being vegan? Because, you know, most people aren't.
Okay.
I think that it's a new trend, but it's hard to find food items in restaurants and things of that nature. Do you think that that poses a problem with dating?
No, what I found is women usually tell me they're vegan and they're not vegan after I stop dating them. It's like,
They laugh on
I
the
wasn't
come on.
vegan.
They
I wasn't
laugh on
vegan
the
no
come on.
way.
I'm vegan,
Look,
baby. I'm vegan, baby.
They like the erections. They like, I'm vegan, baby.
I'm vegan,
I'm gonna
baby.
stay vegan, baby.
I will say this: it is easier dating someone that is like vegan or vegetarian because
course.
y'all have the same energy, y'all share the same thing. So when you go out, we're both looking for the same thing.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah, so it's much better.
Would it bother you if you dated a woman that was not vegan, like she was a straight carnivore?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Most definitely, because the sex wouldn't be good. Absolutely.
you don't
Wow.
Why? Yeah, why?
think? So you saying that vegan women's sex is better than?
Yeah, it's wetter. Most
Oh.
definitely.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. I must.
Do chicken count?
Son, I'm buying you lettuce from now on. You ain't eating nothing but lettuce from now on.
I mean, we are what we eat. You know what I'm saying? So if you eat healthy, then you get healthy vibes all over, not just in some places. You know, it ain't gonna lower your blood pressure or your cholesterol and your diabetes without increasing your sex drive and your erection and the woman being able to get wet naturally and not having to. You got to go down.
You gotta do what?
Got to go down there and do all that. You know.
It sound like Derek don't want to do no work.
He's just
I
like,
try to do no work, man.
You gotta go down there and do all that.
I gotta do all that no more. I don't do that no more.
Crank it up. You know, you got to do all that. You know.
that cat need to be wet and ready when I get here.
Hold on, but it's the same thing as men. You know, women have to do so much. If as a man gets older, you know, he might have to pop a pill, or she might have to go in there and rub him down or do something like that. But if you take care of yourself, he already ready. It ain't gonna have to pop a Cialis or what's that pill?
Viagra.
And when the mood's ready, are you ready? No, he already ready because he in good shape, he in good health.
Yeah.
And he eats right, and blood flow, circulation going good. Hey,
I take
he's serving good wood.
I take nitrous oxide.
Okay.
That's a natural supplement, you know what I'm saying? It's for blood flow. And then I was just reading about something called jackroot or something like that. You ever heard of jackroot?
I never heard of jackroot.
Jackroot. Hold on, I gotta figure that. I gotta think of their name
Let
because
me find out he don't.
I know, right?
That damn root.
I'm like, hey man, I'm going herbal, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find out what this stuff do, man. You know? Let me see. You know what I'm saying?
Ashwagandha is a good one.
Ashwagandha.
Yes, that's a good natural
It
one.
helps build man testosterone, so that way, you know, he can still have. He won't have any libido problems. You know what I'm saying? So
Women can do it too. They have it in
absolutely,
tea form.
Yep, absolutely.
This stuff is called Tongue Cat Ali.
Tongue Cat Ali.
Tongue Cat Ali is the actual herb name for Southeast Asia. It's Tongue Cat Ali.
Tongue
It's
Cat
called
Ali.
Long Jack. And they say that if you take 2 of them capsules every day, your new name will be Long Jack.
That's that Royal Honey. That's what that is.
Hey, man.
That Royal Honey. You
Hey,
get that
man.
little Arabian store down
Hey,
here.
man.
Crazy.
That Royal Honey.
Hey man,
Crazy.
I'm telling you something. I was scared to take raw honey or any stuff.
They call it Honey Royale.
Because ain't that how old boy died in the end? Kevin Samuels. He took one of them blue chews.
He had a heart
He
attack,
had a heart
right?
attack while he was having sex.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, this is my theory. I've always said this. I've said this plenty of times. When it stopped working, it just stopped working. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
Like if there's no blood flow going downstairs, you know, then there's no need for no pill. It's game over with. I hope you did everything that you can do.
Nah, man.
I'm for real, man.
Man, you ain't giving none of them people that's watching like I ain't got no hope.
But no, here's the thing.
As I bite into this fried chicken, screw.
Here's the thing. As you get older and you've been with someone for so long or whatever the case may be, I heard y'all talking earlier about older men dating younger women. See, that's when you got to pop that pill because
You got to keep up with her.
You got to keep up with her. But when you're dating somebody your own age and you're around that time, y'all both going through some changes. You know what I'm saying? And so she might not she might have a little bit more of, because as women get older, they have a little bit more sex drive than men. But you don't want to have to be popping pills just to get ready, like, and miss the sunset. Like, we've been together so long, we can see the sunset now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can enjoy that moment and not have to be rushing back to the hotel room to throw down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
So my theory is when it stopped working, I hope I didn't serve my purpose. Like, I didn't did it. Like, hey, throw it on the shelf and just let it sit there because it's done.
Okay,
It's done.
so then what about this? So what if would you be okay with your significant other? You said, hey man, my stuff don't work, my junk don't work no more, right? You okay with her being intimate with somebody else to meet her needs?
Okay, so same question.
If you can't perform.
Okay.
If you can't perform,
Okay, so here's the thing. So what if
ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
she can't perform? Is it okay for me to go ahead and have
See,
my
now he done switched the question.
Nah, so no, so it's one of those deals like, nah, that's not cool because we didn't did that for so many years.
Yeah, but I want more.
But you want more? Okay, then that's where we go to the store and get toys and things of that nature. You ain't got to go out here and do all that because that's like you having a woman having breast cancer and have to lose her breast. Like, I want a woman with breasts. I'm gonna go out here and suck me some titties over here. You know what I'm saying? And she like, well, wait a minute now. This wasn't my problem. I mean, like, I developed.
I didn't make
ate
this
too much.
happen.
You ate too much fried chicken.
Yeah.
It's out of my control, right?
It's part of
That's a
that
good
fried
point.
chicken.
That's a good point.
You
Good
should have
point.
ate some
So
carrots.
what I'm saying, man, I think men put too much pressure on themselves and have to get these pills because they think not having an erection is like being a man. You a man without an erection or whatever the case may be, but
That kinda comes with it, though.
You're a bigger man if you take care of yourself and be healthy, where you still can walk on the beach and be able to see the sunset and not have to be on a cane or this
Right.
or that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't take care of yourself.
Right.
Right.
You giving a lot of old men hope, Derek.
Yeah. They
haven't-
gotta go
They
vegan.
going vegan.
They're going vegan
Go
now.
vegan,
Yeah, man.
And you still can have that young tenderoni with you, and y'all can just travel together, and
Right.
you know maybe you can do something else with it. You know, if your pars don't work.
I always wonder that because when I see older men out, like, you go to these islands and stuff, you see older men, they be real old, right? And you see this young woman. I always sit there and be like, man, what? They're not doing anything.
No, they not
can't-
doing nothing.
They cannot be doing anything.
No, they just
Enjoying
just
each other's
want
company.
company.
Just
I
want
think
the
at
company.
that point it's about company.
You want some eye candy.
Companionship.
It's companionship.
It's
Yeah.
company at a nursing home.
They ain't
It's
in the
company-
nursing home
I'm
yet,
just saying.
though.
I'm just saying it's company at a senior living facility. Why don't you go to senior living facility and play bingo or chess with your?
I don't want to.
Wait a minute.
I ain't trying to go there
wait a minute.
quickly. I'm trying to-
So you gonna go get a younger woman and try to keep up with her, and then and die with a stroke as you walking with her, like trying to keep up with her. Like, let's go party. It was a movie, Hall Pass. And y'all remember that? With
I remember
Owen
that.
Wilson and his friend, and he met the younger woman. He was in the club checking his pulse because he was like, man, she's dancing all night. He about to have a stroke, trying to keep up with that woman. So why go through all that?
But you living your best. You excited. It's fun. And if
It's
I
gonna
die,
kill you.
and if I die like this, I'm gonna die
It's gonna kill
happy.
you. It's gonna kill you.
I rather
It's-
die-
they already know they going
Yes.
out.
How many times have we heard stories about he died on top of me? Y'all
Right.
saw that on Color Purple.
Yeah.
Man died on top of her.
Well,
Leave
well,
that young
well,
thing alone.
he was
Y'all don't
happy.
remember.
Ain't no sunshine.
We had a family member that died like that. He died having sex. They said he came and went at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who that was.
I don't know either.
I don't know who that was.
That was a
Who
joke.
that, y'all?
That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Not my family.
That was a joke.
But yeah, you don't want to die on top of it, man. That ain't good, man.
So you saying that?
And she said, "I got that killer put."
An old
Excuse me,
person.
I got that killer. You don't
He
want
done
that. You don't want.
So you
I know to kill 2 men this week.
So
Yeah.
you saying if a person is elderly and they know they finna check out of here in the next 2 years and they want to live their best life, they should sit up in a nursing home and watch the sun set and rise
Nah,
each day.
I ain't doing that.
I didn't
I'm
say
not
that.
doing
And
that.
instead of being out with a young woman that's keeping him vibrant,
There's somebody
and
at that senior living facility.
she don't want to be fooling with him.
Yes, she do. She's like, hey,
That older lady
would
at
you
the
like-
senior living facility.
She like the
at
young men to
church.
come in.
She at church.
She at church.
She at church.
Go to
Man,
church with her then. If you got 2 years left, you need to be praying to the Lord to forgive you for all your sins that you have committed before you leave here. Not trying to commit more before you leave. You need to go with her to church. Hey, where you going? I'm going to church. I'm going to church with you. I'm going to church with you, Joanne.
Joanne. Hey, but those older women at those nursing facilities, because we're in home health care, they like seeing young men come in there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
flirt,
That's eye candy right
and
there now.
do all that stuff. Hey, young man, you look so good. You smell good. What you got on, young man? So
Yeah.
I think that's forever like the cycle of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you get older, you look back and you see things, and we're gonna get old one day. Believe it or not.
We're older.
And it's gonna make you feel good when that young woman says, "You look so handsome as how old are you?" You like, I'm 75.
That happened to me the other day. I was at my door to school and we were having lunch together. They said, "Your dad looks so young." I was like, "What?" I'm like, man, okay, ooh, okay.
Made you feel good, didn't
It
it?
did.
Uh-huh.
It did. Yeah, she's like, "You always look older than me, Dad." I was like, "Thank you, baby." You gave me a compliment and brought me right back. You look older than me, Dad. He always old. I was like, okay.
Well, I just think that, to each his own. But I think that, a bucket list has its place in everybody's life. It's things that you
Exactly.
want to do. I was talking to my dad yesterday. Talking to our dad yesterday. And 'cause we got the same dad.
Do we?
Yeah.
Did we do?
I thought
do.
mine was the mailman.
He's the milkman.
Golly.
But he was like, man, I want to fly on this private jet. And he started talking kind of crazy at that point. He was like, I just want to do it before I leave here. I'm like, man, we got plenty of time to fly on a private jet. But he was, he got, that's his bucket list. He wants to fly on a private jet.
Yeah.
So I think the older you get, you start thinking about the things that you haven't done.
Right.
Yeah.
And you should act on those things. I think you should go for them. You know
And then
what
you
I'm saying?
focus on the things that matter.
Yeah.
So you get to be an older man and you say, "I want to sleep with a younger woman before I die."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, you didn't slept with younger women before.
But not at this age.
not
so
that
every
age.
year that it goes on, it gets like you got to go. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
You got men doing that
Or
right
it's
now.
just eye candy.
Right.
Even though if they know they can't do anything, it's just the fact that maybe you sit in my lap or
talk to me.
you talk dirty to me.
Woo.
Lord, I hope.
I
don't
just
wanna
want
go
that
there.
I'll tell you.
attention.
I hope.
Yeah. You twerk on me, do a little twerk.
Nah,
They lie.
Nah.
and then say, "Dad, I need some money now."
You gonna be all right with it, because guess what? You
Hey,
on
you
your
can't-
way out
you
anyway.
can't take it
on your
with
way
you.
out anyway.
You're
You
not
might
gonna
well
make
go
it.
ahead, drop that money off. Yeah, you on
Okay.
your way.
So when the young guy do it to an older woman, is that okay too?
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
Well-
okay.
Well, trade in some good shoes then.
That's right.
Trade in some good shoes. I heard y'all talking about that, about the house and all that. I mean, yeah, that's important too, though. If a woman has her own, I don't see nothing wrong with a younger man saying, I mean, look at Stella got a groove back. But I use movies sometimes because movies reflect what
Real life.
what's really going on.
Yeah.
So
Unless it's like Cocaine Bear or something like that.
yeah, and this is like
Terrible
Cocaine Bear.
movie.
I don't know though, but Cocaine Bear, he might have. But anyway, I think it's okay. Like if you're a younger man and you're dating an older woman and she move you in her place and she's showing you some things and teaching you, some things, then hey, learn as much as you can and be with her.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, it ain't like R. Kelly and them young girls. I mean, you're of age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
you consenting adults at that point, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Is it okay for? Well, I guess it's okay because you're legal. But what about the age we are now, and we were dating like 18, 19-year-olds?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. No.
Oh, hell
I mean, I see people doing some of that though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta been in graduate
They
from
like,
college
yeah, they.
and have a job.
I think it's something wrong with that.
So I was watching.
But she's legal though.
Man, I had a family
Barely.
member invite somebody that was 19 to a dinner party. They carded her. She couldn't. That's how we knew.
Yeah, it was
Then
embarrassing.
everybody's at the table like,
I remember
she
that.
can't drink alcohol.
Oh man.
Do
That
you
was-
guys
You
know
remember
how
that?
I was
Yeah.
at the table
remember
like,
that, yes.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
We were
That was
all
like-
there.
And he strutted up in there like he was like, look at me.
Yeah.
Until all the way down, man. Order what you want, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
whole thing.
I'm like this.
Everything on me. The waitress comes up and said, "Where's your ID?" I'm not 21.
I was like, what?
It's like the whole table stopped
My head went like
talking,
this.
and everybody looked. Meanwhile, my sister down there on the end, this don't make no damn sense. Don't make no damn sense. Don't, man, that was embarrassing.
Well,
yeah.
to just kind of talk about what y'all talked about earlier, older men do have more expectations on what the relationship is. You know, I was watching something on TV the other day, and it was a 62-year-old guy that was dating a 20-year-old woman, and her dad had just passed, and she was looking for like a father figure. He met her outside when she was moving, and he didn't want her having no friends. Like, you can't talk to this guy. You can't. What is he doing over here? What is this? And this one guy was on the porch. He was just chilling. He was an older guy that lived in the neighborhood. They were platonic friends, and everybody in the community knew. He came over one day, said, "I told you not to have him over here." And she was like, "What are you talking about? You're crazy." He leaves. He goes get a gun. Kills the guy on the porch. Then go upstairs and kill her in her bed.
Man, she must have really been putting it on him.
And when they showed a picture of him, I mean, he was all droopy face, old, and everything else. And, I mean, she was young and 20 years old. I'm just like,
once again, not facing reality.
It's not real.
I think that's the word for this for the year. It's about, is it real? Is it realistic?
It's not real.
No.
Like, you know, like when you like, I would like to think and put myself in like a 65, 70-year-old guy's situation right now. And he got his stuff together. He got a nice car. He got his, he got retirement. He good. And he's picking up this 30-year-old young woman. And they have a good time. When he drops her off, he has got to be crazy if he look in that mirror and say, "You still got it, young blood." No, man. No. She came out for a steak dinner. You got a kiss on the cheek. Maybe y'all had sex or whatever. And that's the end of the deal. Like, to call her tomorrow and be like, "What you doing? And who is that? Why you ain't answering your phone? What time you getting off?" It's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
Nope.
It's not realistic.
But the baby boomer sure think it is. Yeah. The average baby boomer and growed up in a different era of time. They feel like if I spent my money on you,
you answer to me.
You better answer when I pick up. I done got those kids at Christmas. Their baby just had their birthday. Pick up that phone.
I was at the speakeasy.
I think you should pick the phone up, though. He should.
No.
He took care of everything. I mean, why not pick the phone up and say, "Hey, I'm about to call you right back, okay? All right." See, women ain't smart enough nowadays. Just answer the phone and say, "Hey,
she
boy,
not gonna.
I'm going to call you right back. I'm going to call you back.
Your 25, 26-year-old ain't going to do that. She going to text you and be like, "I'm busy.
Right.
I'm going to get with you when I get with you."
When you hear that. When you hear that right there.
What is that?
That's that gunshot. That's that gunshot coming back. When you hear that right there, you didn't answer the phone. Just save the time and answer the phone. Pick the phone up. I can't talk right now. I call you right back.
But I'm willing to bet that 20-year-old saw signs before it even got to that point. Yep. That's when you just get ghosted.
But she kept coming back.
But like Derek was saying, she lost her father. So she didn't have like
that advice.
It wasn't anybody else around.
Yeah, they was trying to get it too. That's why dude was sitting on the porch.
No,
anybody else?
This story here, dude came in the house and killed her while her mama was there. Her mama was sleeping in the other room.
This story.
So her mom allowed.
That's true stories, right?
It's true story. This was on Fatal Attraction.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, on TV One, Fatal Attraction.
Wow.
So
man,
I mean,
that's crazy.
The mother was in the other room, and she woke up hearing the gunshots and went in there to attend to her daughter. To run outside and realize there was another man that was outside.
Wow.
So the mother allowed this to go on.
I
she
think,
was dating a 62-year-old man.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, Mama trying to come up to.
Right.
He paying the rent.
You're right. Yep. Putting food in the refrigerator and everything.
I'm telling you.
But that's what happens, right? But that's what happens, right? There's always that whammy that's in the midst of the equation when you're dealing with stuff like that.
Exactly.
That's why I think, like, you have to be careful and look for the telltale signs on the front end.
You do.
On both ends. You got this woman and you telling her, "Hey, this is just what we doing," and she started getting possessive and controlling. You have to scale back. You have to, and you shouldn't take side chicks to your house anyway.
Right.
Anyway. They should not know where you live at all. We going to the Marriott or, wherever, but you can't come to the house because when it go bad, you know where I stay at.
Right.
And women do crazy things when they.
But a lot of men do just that. They want to invite everybody over because I got to show you my place. I got to show you how I'm living. I got to lay it out for you because this is what you going to be getting when you come over here.
Man,
and they do it over and over again until they meet the crazy chick. Then she coming over there beating on the door while you got company and you done moved on.
But she hadn't.
She hadn't moved on.
Right.
Well, that's why, like I said, if I was single, I'm an ambassador, elite member in Marriott. I got hundreds of thousands of points. We could go stay wherever you want to
how
stay.
that concierge work.
I got that concierge, baby. Come on, we go upstairs. All you can drink. I'm an ambassador. This one, they call me Mr. Richardson.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So,
Welcome back.
You
Welcome
better.
back.
You better. Because if
Welcome
not,
back.
you get your head busted.
They like 3 times in 1 week, Mr. Richardson. Hey,
doing
don't worry about
doing
it.
good. this week, Miss
Telling
Richardson.
you. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's just, you know, I just think that a lot of this stuff is going on, and you just got to be, you know, you got to be realistic. You got to understand what the dynamics is and have it on the front end. Like, have an understanding. I think everything's about understanding. Have an overstanding is what I
Right.
call it. An overstanding on where we are and what we doing. And if you get that, then you know how to govern yourself accordingly
Right.
when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're going to take a break. Thank you, Derek, for being on the show with us, man.
Thank y'all for having me.
Hopefully, you guys out there, I'm thinking about going vegan now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how long I can go without eating an animal.
Yeah. Okay.
I tried it before, but it wasn't successful.
Yeah.
Something about that.
I
hog
gotta
and that-
say this. I gotta tell this quick story
Okay.
before we go.
Okay.
So we are in Des Moines. This is right after Derek is like, I'm vegan now. Y'all should try it. Like, he was on that whole train.
Yes.
So Will was like, Tanya, I really think we should do it. Like, we took a look at the documentary and everything, and we're going to give it a best shot. We're going to go out here and do it. Now, at that time, Des Moines had a lot of vegan options, and
They
it was
did.
new.
They did.
So we would always like send pictures to Derek and stuff like that. Oh, look what they got. Boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
So every day we're cooking all of these vegan meals. I'm in the kitchen, like coming up with all this stuff we saying we doing vegan. Now the boys, they're not doing vegan, of course. They're still eating their regular.
They growing boys.
They growing boys. So
They still growing.
at a certain point, it seemed as though Will became a little bit disinterested in the whole vegan situation.
Yeah.
He was eating it in my face, but then I found out whenever I go to sleep after the vegan meal, he eating chicken. He up here eating wings with the boys.
Dang.
Behind my back, still had me doing vegan. This
I
man
wanted you to
ain't
be
no
you.
bit more vegan than the man in the moon.
I wanted you to be you.
Got me up here by myself eating vegan.
You were doing good.
You weak. You tired.
I'm weak, tired, head hurting, trying to figure it out.
You were doing good though.
But
This man behind my back in there with the boys eating straight up wings.
See, you
Imagine.
had no business.
I was-
You had no business getting out of bed past now.
See what I'm saying? Got it all confused.
But was your sex drive increased?
This is back in the
I've
music.
always been the bum, baby. I've been the bum. That's why I've been the bum. Boom. I didn't even want no sound effects in it. Nah.
No comment. No
We
comment.
gonna go and take a break.
No
We gonna
comment. No comment. And we're back with That's Law, the podcast. I am your guy, Will, the underdog Richardson.
Latanya.
And April.
And this has been a great show talking about age. We could have went on with that forever, about ageism and relationships and how that works and, you know, the dynamics of it all. There are so many different elements that are involved in there that I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
The deeper we got into it, it's like peeling an onion. It's like one of those
Absolutely.
Fabergé eggs. You open up, you're like, we got the answer. It's another egg.
And Derek shed a whole lot of
And
light
Derek,
for
but I
me.
mean, like,
That was a
he
lot
did.
for me.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Derek, my brother.
Next man I
Yes.
date would be
My-
vegan.
Yeah, my
He
best,
gonna be vegan.
my favorite brother, Derek.
Your only brother.
brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, April, you've got an event coming up
Yes.
at Fat Charlie's Speakeasy. Tell us about that.
It is wine tasting on March the 22nd at 6 o'clock. Tickets are on sale at Eventbrite. All things wines. We pick out different selection of reds and whites. And then also it's catered by Latanya with Tanya Treats with her delicious charcuterie boards. And it's a great event. It's not only tasting, but, you know, teaching you what to eat when you're drinking certain wines and things of that nature.
Like a lot of parents and
A
everything.
lot of parents,
Okay,
correct.
okay. I think that's genius because a lot of times people are ordering things and don't know why they ordering.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched on TV like those live what do you call those TV reality shows? they be drinking stuff with the wrong stuff. It drives me up the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, man, y'all don't even know what y'all
they
doing.
don't.
Yeah.
So we have to educate. That's what Fat Charlie's is about. It's just about educating people, letting people know, why you drink a Cab or why you drink a Merlot.
Exactly.
That's
And we
right.
got some of the wines here. We got them on the front of the deal here. I think we end up going with a couple of Chardonnays, and then we had a couple of Cabs over here. And the Cabs, because Tanya wanted to go with the Paso Robles region.
Yes, that's one of my favorite regions.
Yeah, so it's deeper than just a Cab or a
Exactly.
varietal. It's also about where that particular grape grows,
Right.
and how it grows.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
how much rain it gets that year. How much
Exactly.
heat, how much of the cold weather, the wind, makes the grapes bigger for the vine to get stronger.
Right.
It's a lot of different elements that go into making a bottle of wine, and so people are like, is wine really that serious? It
Yes,
is.
it
It
is.
can be.
It can be. You can become a true wine, what they call a wine snob or sommelier, just going through wine. I mean, wine after wine. And there's so many wines out here that you never get a chance to drink them
all
all.
of them.
Absolutely. And what I try to do when I'm pairing the charcuterie boards, I try to make sure that I pay attention to the grapes on what I'm going to place on the board. That's number one. Number two, I try to have things on the board that's outside of the box.
Yes, sorry.
Those things that you probably would be intimidated by, I'm putting it on the board. Those
Right.
things, those cheeses that you probably wouldn't buy in the grocery store, I'm going to find a way to incorporate that in the board so
Right.
that way the flavor profile comes through. And we spend a lot of time with that too, because I think that a lot of times people just don't know. And you have some people that ask the questions, but you have a lot of people that's just like, nah, I'm not going, I don't want to seem like I don't
And
know.
it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And we create that space
Right.
there. It's a great networking opportunity. We learn about the types of glasses that we need to use.
Exactly.
Because there are different types that go with
Different
the
wines.
different wines.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, we just want you to be ready when you go out. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Absolutely.
Go out on that date, you know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Because if a person knows, a lot of times we, when we're back in the dating scene, you date people and they know every damn thing.
Right.
Until you take them out somewhere and you just watch them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, now what did they order? They ordering this with that. Like, man, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
So, women do it too. I'm going to have the Pinot
Yeah.
Noir,
yeah.
Me oh my.
me oh my.
Yeah. All of it is language.
Yeah.
So if the guy takes you out and you can't pronounce a particular wine, then I just know you just picking shit.
Right.
You just looking at price.
You're
then.
looking
You're
at
not looking
you're looking at MKT.
Right.
Exactly,
Market price.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
there are a lot of French wines out there that are inexpensive, but the way that they do their wines in France, they take their time with the wine. They believe in great quality.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's what we try to educate. You can still have a nice wine that's drinkable on a budget.
Budget.
Right,
Yes, you
right,
can.
for sure.
really can.
And it doesn't have to be just sweet wine all the
No.
time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm not knocking anybody who drinks Moscato or sweet wines. I just think you should broaden your
That's the
palate.
start. I
Yeah.
think everybody starts there. But it's,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So also at Fat Charlie's on the 17th, we're having a fried chicken and champagne event.
I'm looking forward to that.
Shout out to the Chicken Man. Chicken Man, in my opinion, has the best chicken.
I've never
in
had the
city.
chicken, so I'm definitely.
he made me a believer because his name is Frank. And Frank always been on Facebook just cooking things at the house and stuff like that. And so he just jumped out into entrepreneurship and started a fried chicken truck. And I had the chance to check it out in Fraser. He was like, Lil Whitley, man, let me give you one of my pieces of chicken. Tell me what you think. So I'm thinking, it's fried chicken. I mean, I've had fried chicken, And when I bit into this fried chicken, it let me know that at 60, it's okay to have erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Because I am forever. I'm forever.
He okay with the
Yeah.
Man, if I gotta let that chicken go,
yeah.
I think I gotta let it go. But that chicken is that good, man. I mean,
Wow.
So cause we could have went to Gus, we could have went to other places,
Right.
but Chicken Man chicken. If you hadn't had Chicken Man chicken, you have not had chicken.
Wow.
Okay.
It is that good. And so
Okay,
we're gonna
I'm
pair
here
it
for
with
that.
some good champagnes too. You know how we do it, Fat Charlie. We don't have steps, so it'll be
Right.
Moet, it'll be other champagnes that you can partake in. And it's
Yeah.
all you can eat, all you can drink champagne and fried chicken.
gonna
And
be a
that
good
is on
time.
sale on Eventbrite as well. So at the end of our show, if you don't know, we end it with the Clown Master Award. This is like some foolish stuff that happened in our day or in our week. that we have to talk about, and we give that person the Clown Master Award. So I'm gonna start with my lovely sister, April.
Okay.
And who do you give the Clown Master Award to this week?
I would have to give it to this lady. I don't know her. I was working out and walking at Shelby Farms, and she was a Caucasian elderly woman, and she walked past me. She kind of came back and said, "Hey, do you have any mace?" And I said, "No, why? Is there some dogs ahead or something I need to be prepared for or whatnot?" She said, "No, you know, we're in Memphis." I said, "Yeah, well, that's why I carry this." And I showed her my gun. She said, oh, okay, you're good. I said, "Do I still need some mace?" She was like, "No, you're fine." I said, "Okay, have a good day." I know I'm in Memphis. You in Memphis too. You walking the same track.
You don't have mace?
You don't have mace? Like, do you need to borrow it? Like,
she trying to borrow it? Right.
Or was she the person, as far as people eyes, to be sex trafficking? She could have said she ain't got nothing. Y'all, when she go to her car, get her.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think about it.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what are you doing? You
Right.
stopping everybody asking if they got mace?
Yeah, who are you
If you
though?
that concerned, why you ain't carrying about 10 maces with you and passing them out
passing
to
them
ladies?
out, right.
So it made me think like, what you on?
She
What
out
you
here.
up?
She out here scouting.
Scouting.
Yeah,
Wow.
out here
And
scouting.
she be the main one when you in that cage eating that food. She be the main one dropping off the plate
Not the
and
cage.
taking the tray from you.
Ooh.
And yeah, all that.
That's a
Not gonna
horror
get me.
movie.
Get somebody else do that. Get somebody else do that.
Yeah, she's a clown.
Yeah. Clown.
Clown.
But I messed up when I showed her my piece. She was like, "Oh," I said, "But do I need mace still?"
I think you're good.
No, you straight.
You
Have a good
straight.
day.
You straight. Clown master.
Yeah. Right. Snatch my mace from me.
See, you could have just sprayed. She
Coulda
would have
maced
got
your
sprayed mace down.
Right. That wind turning the other way and
Golly.
hit me in my eyes. I'm straight. Straight.
Ooh-wee. Well, for me, I have two,
Okay.
but I know I only got time for one.
Come on.
I want to talk about Ja Morant.
I was afraid somebody was going to.
I am so disappointed. Not just him. I'm looking at Dad.
Yes.
You didn't put anything in place. Even if you can't, it's kind of like when the preacher have the pallbearers.
Not pallbearer, armor bearer.
Is it armor bearer? Okay. They always got some layer of protection.
Right.
Somebody's there just in case if anything gets out of line or if that pastor gets out of line,
Right.
to be that layer of protection. Everybody's coming. He's still a kid. Everybody's coming from all different directions. He's not being protected. And I know we saying, oh, he was in there he waving the gun and all this. He's what, 23 years old. I'm looking at Dad like, what? Where you at all the games?
Right.
You with him all the time?
Right. Little Ursha.
Hell, I think that award need to go to the dad.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I can see it both ways. I think that when you get a lot of money and you come from humble beginnings and all of a sudden it's like, boom, like he's got like $100 million contract. He just got he got his own shoe. You know how hard it is for NBA players to get their own shoe? Not everybody has their own shoe.
Right.
Like it's other players wearing his shoe.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
just got that whole deal. Was that Powerade?
Powerade, right.
Like-
right.
Right.
So it's moving pretty fast, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I think within that moment, you have to have that moment of clarity and say, man, I'm super duper blessed and I got to protect this. I know the things that are going to be
Right. They
Yeah.
waited for
frowned
me to
upon.
fall.
Right. They wait
Yeah.
for me
They
to
waited for
fall.
me to fall.
It's going to be something that's going to be frowned upon if I
Right.
do these things. And I just can't do these things. And then sometimes you got to cut some of your people off that's around
to.
you.
That's it.
When you go to another level, you know what I'm saying? Some people can't go to that level. They can't understand that level. They don't understand the responsibility and the pressure that they have. All they have is to be the yes men. And so you don't have a lot of yes men around
I
you.
think that's what he got.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
got a lot of yes men. You got a lot of leeches. You got a lot of people because people can be jealous and envious of you. Here, hold this gun.
Yep.
Show this, do that. He didn't even look comfortable with the gun.
Right.
You don't do guns.
You don't do guns, right.
What do you need to go for?
Where's
Right.
that stem from?
Just trying to, I guess,
Fit
trying
in.
to, fit in.
I'm
trying to
still.
fit in.
I'm just like anybody
I'm
else.
just like y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm cool.
Exactly.
You know, it's just like Michael
You
Phelps.
different,
It's like
man.
Michael Phelps, right? Michael Phelps had one of those gold medals. He went back to his hometown with his buddies and party, and they were smoking weed. And they handed him the joint,
Yep.
and he put it to his mouth and fired it up, and they took a picture of him and then put it on USA
And
Today.
that was all.
And
that
it was, and
all
it was
she
like,
wrote.
oh man, he's smoking weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
See, you can't have cameras around me. You can't have phones out when you're around me.
Yep.
If I'm John Morant, you know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying?
That's
You
it.
got to do
But
things
he's
differently.
not thinking on that level.
He is now.
Yeah, he got plenty of time to think about it.
Sure do.
Because they saying there's some other things that may have transpired, and this is just, what they're saying, but it could be up to a 50-game suspension.
Wow.
So
Grizzly tickets
so
gonna
that,
be.
so that affects the Grizzlies organization,
Yes.
playoff opportunities, ticket sales.
Right.
Because anybody come to see
and
Otis.
I feel like anyway, from a media standpoint, they don't want all the spotlight on Memphis. I mean, come on now.
Like
somebody-
Memphis was getting that good bad boy reputation, kind of like the Pistons. We the bad boys.
Right.
We the ones that buck up. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
we want all the smoke.
the
All that,
whole whoop that trick,
all that stuff
that.
is all that stuff is healthy for the NBA. It makes the NBA fun. But when you start to take that off the court and really try to live that life,
Right.
Yeah.
that's where it gets crazy,
That's
and you
it.
can't do
That's
that.
a good one.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So, my Clown Master Award, I had to think about it really hard because it happened yesterday. So before yesterday, I didn't have anything because it's been a real quiet week for me. But yesterday, I met Miss Cordelia's in Harbortown, and I was over there getting something. Can't even remember. I think I came in to get some coleslaw to take to my parents' house. Then I ended up going to Tops because I realized this coleslaw, they probably would have laughed at it because it was just that, generic coleslaw. But anyway, it was an old lady that was sitting out on the bench by the ice machine. And, I speak to everybody, I said, hey, ma'am, how you doing? She had a little mask on and stuff. She reminded me of Derek when he get older, you know what I'm saying? Still wearing a mask, pandemic long gone, still had the mask on. She had it on outside. That's what made me kind of like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Like he put it back on there.
I know.
He like
So I said, hey, how you doing, ma'am? She said, I'm doing fine and everything. I said, okay, cool. So it's just a older black woman out enjoying the beautiful day because it was a beautiful day. I go in, I buy 2 sodas and some slaw, pay for it, and as I'm walking out, she came charging towards me. And she was like, I need help. Can you help me? I need help. And I was like, man, what's going on? 'Cause I'm looking around, I don't see a threat or anything. I mean, maybe she about to pass out or something. I don't know what's going on. And I said, well, ma'am, what's going on? How can I help you? She said, my friend, we bought tickets to see something at the Orpheum Theater, some big show at the Orpheum Theater yesterday. And she said, and they told me to meet them here, but then they stood me up. They didn't come pick me up. And I want to get to the show before it starts. It starts in 5 minutes. Can you take me to the Orpheum Theater?
No, I cannot. No, I cannot.
don't you say you had took that lady to you better not get on here on this podcast and say that.
I looked at her. And I said to myself, this got to be a setup.
Yeah,
Because why would an older lady get in the car with, she don't know me.
Right.
Right.
And I was like, man, can you Uber? She was like, well, it's going to take too long for the Uber to get there.
Well,
I said, man, I'm not even going that direction. She said, I know you're not, baby, but can you please help me? I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, I cannot. And she said, all right, fine. Well, thank you for your help anyway. And she walked off. And I said, she's a clown.
Right.
She's a true clown. To even ask somebody like she could have got kidnapped,
Right.
or she was setting me
Or
up.
she was gonna kidnap
One
you.
of the two.
She gonna kidnap you.
You be around here in one of these cages.
sure right. She be serving you food.
Never. I don't condone violence, but if that lady had tried to stick me up, we'd have been tougher than that car. We'd have,
She would have blown some
man,
out of your face.
I'd have blew some in her face too. Good old 6 hour P365 in your eye.
Oh man.
In your eye,
She would took
baby.
that man's out of
I'm saying, yeah.
But I mean, it's like
Knock you out.
it was the weirdest thing because she sounded like she was in real distress. She was like, "Can you please help me? Please, I need help. I need help." And I'm saying, man, what kind of help do you need?
Wow, man, that's
And it was
crazy.
to give her a drive to the Orpheum Theater.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, man, it's just a lot of what I'm saying is a lot of clowns out there, and I guess as the
Yes.
season gets hotter and people get out, you're gonna run into more and more
Yes.
clowns.
For sure.
So the clown game is real in Memphis, and I'm pretty sure it's like that in other parts of the world as well. Well, we had a great show.
Was
Learned a lot today.
man.
Yes.
Derek
said-
came on there.
Yeah, Derek came on and did his thing. And if you want to be a guest and you want to have a topic that you want to talk about, please hit us up on all our social medias. That's Law the Podcast is where you can find us, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yes.
We have plenty more to talk about.
Yes,
Y'all
yes.
stay tuned for our next episode. And once again, I'm Will.
LaTanya.
April.
And that's Law.
That's Law.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.